Welcome to the shop where I just picked up a set of the new Pro Armor Stealth door inserts for the Polaris RZR 900S, the new 2015, and the Polaris 1000. As you can see, these door covers, they got a lot of bends in them, a lot of curves, pretty high tech. They've got a scoop here and they got some vents up here, and they do have holes in them so air can pass through those. Now this kit comes with both sides. This comes with the left and right hand side. It comes with instructions. It comes with filler panels. Go on the back side of the door in this little hole. It comes with all the mounting hardware for the filler panels and the doors, which the doors usually mostly stock stuff, but still there's a few bolts that are needed. And it comes with some rubber bumpers to go on the doors. To mount these, we got to remove a couple of the factory bolts. You got one on the top side of the hinge and one on the bottom side of the hinge. The latch, you might call it. Then back here on the back, we got two bolts that need to be removed also. As you can see here, I've already put rubber bumpers. This kit comes with 6 for each door. One here, one in the center, one in the back, on the upper and bottom side of the door. And that's to keep the vibrations down. That way, that door cover actually just sits over this one, so that keeps it flush up against there and keeps it so it ain't making no racket and it ain't moving around. Sliding these covers on is going to be a fairly tight fit. So you want to slide the front on first. You might have to get a little aggressive with the back. But it should slide right on. With just a little persuasion. You don't want to tighten these backings up, because if you notice this door moves a little, you're going to want to shut the door, line it up, make sure the hinge works good, then we can tighten them 2 inner bolts. And before tightening both of those bolts, it's a good idea to go ahead and check your door, make sure it fits good, make sure everything's lined up. And when everything looks good to you, you can go ahead and tighten up the other bolt. And anytime you've had these bolts loose and this door moves, it's a good idea to check these bottom ones, make sure they're still snug. Now, with the top bolts all tightened up and ready to go, we can go ahead and drill us a hole right here. And when you're drilling this hole, you're going to want to push in and make sure you hold that in tight. That way it lines up good, because if you get that hole off a little, it might throw the doors off just a hair. But anyway, just push in on it, drill your hole. Then this little acorn nut and this bolt is supplied in the kit. Take and run this bolt from the outside in, put the acorn nut on the inside. With this bolt and nut installed, the instructions call to install for this rubber bumper. You need a 1/2-inch drill bit. And what you're going to do is you're going to drill a hole in this door and put this little rubber bumper in this door between it and the factory plastic here. That way, when you're going down the trails, you don't hear that right there. with the hose started, I'm gonna go ahead and open the door. That way I don't drill through to my factory plastics. And what you do is you take this little bumper on the inside of the door and you just squish it into that little hole. Now you can't hear that little rattle that you could hear a minute ago. And take your 4 screws and your 2 brackets and start them as so. That way you ain't got to worry about it moving around when you're sitting there trying to mount it on the back. And you don't want to tighten these down, you just want to run them up a little so they ain't so loose. Because they still got to fit over that tube, so you don't want to get them too tight. And to install these, all you got to do is just slide it over this little bar. Then hold it in place. Hold it in place while you tighten up the bolts. But anyway, there's one side done. And all you gotta do is just do the same process, do the passenger side. But anyway, I'm gonna start the other side and we'll see you later.